So let's get ready to make our first computer program that uses conditional statements. What we're going to do is make a computer program that tests algebra skills. So this is what we're going to do. We'll make a computer program that uses these kind of instructions. We're going to ask a user an algebra problem, and then we'll get an answer from the user. And if the answer is correct, we'll make the cat say correct. And if the answer is wrong, we'll make the cat say wrong. So here we have cat in our Scratch program. And as we all know, we use the when green flag is clicked to start our program. So let's go ahead and use that. And the first thing we want this Scratch cat to do is ask a question. So we'll go to the Sensing tab and we'll drag over the ask instruction. So right now the cat's going to ask what's your name, and then it will wait for an answer. So let's try it out. Well, my name is Michael, so I'll type in Michael, press enter, and then the program is done. Simple enough. So now we need to get the answer to a question that we really want to ask the cat. So instead of asking what's your name, we're going to ask an algebra question. So we'll change this question to if 4x plus 6 equals 18, what is x? So let's play our program and we'll ask the question. Now we know the answer. 4 times 3 plus 6 will give us 18. So we'll put 3 in. Now we need to get the answer from the user. And so the way we do that is we'll use our variables. So let's create a variable so that we can take the answer from the user and store it, and then we can use that answer later on. So we created a variable called y here. And the way you create a variable is that you click make a variable. So I've already created my variable y, and now I can use that and set its value to the answer from the question. And so the way that you set a variable is use the set operator. So I'll drag over set after I ask the question, and the value that I want to set y to is the answer to the question. And you get the answer from the same place that you got the ask instruction. So going back to the Sense tab, I can drag over answer, which is a special kind of variable. In order to know if the answer is right, we'll need to evaluate the equation. So now that we have the answer from the user, which is their y, then we can evaluate the equation. And let's do that by using operators. So the way that we would evaluate if the user thinks that x is the answer is that we'll plug in x for the equation. So we'll use the multiplier, and then we'll put in answer times 4. That gives us 4x. And now we want to add 6. So we'll take 4x plus 6. So if the answer is correct, then once this is computed or evaluated, it should equal 18. So let's store this inside of our variable. Now y is the evaluated value. If the answer is correct, then we'll say correct, and if the answer is wrong, we'll say wrong. So in order to do that, we need a conditional statement. So we'll use the if-else. And the conditional statement actually inside of the if-else we're going to use is whether y is equal to 18. So let's go to the operators to get our comparison equal. And we'll drag over y as the first value, and y equals 18 is what we're checking for. Let's put that conditional inside of our if and drag our if to our computer program. Now we need to do something with the if y equals 18 is true and if y does not equal 18. So the way that we're going to tell the user if they're correct or not is use the say instruction. So we'll use say here, and we'll use say here. So if we evaluate y and y is 18, then we're correct. If we evaluate y and it's not correct, then we say it's wrong. Let's try our program out. If for x plus 6 equals 18, what is x? 3. We're correct. What if we put in an incorrect answer, like 2? We're wrong. We finished our program. And just to recap, what we talked about today was what is a variable and how to use it. How do you compute and compare with operators? How do you make decisions with conditional statements? And what kind of programs also use conditional statements that make conditional statements so powerful? And then we went through a demonstration of making a cat ask a question. See you in class.